Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Claire Ackers here, coming to you live from Sunnybank Mills in Farsley. It is just coming up for 9:30 on Friday morning. It is a very, very grey day out there. The mist is down. There's that horrible rain in the air that I don't know about you, but makes my hair go woof. And it is autumn is here, right? Autumn is here. However, for us, it is the last day before half term, and tomorrow morning I will be getting on a 9-hour train ride with 3 children and heading up to Inverness. And we are going off. My husband's up there already. He's been off in the wilderness doing whatever he's doing this week. Check out his LinkedIn, Anthony Ackers, for some pretty epic photos. He's been off in the wilderness for 3 days with nothing but a rucksack, with his tent on his back. And he has had it far easier than I have, quite frankly, with the 3 kids on home at my own. But we are going up on the train tomorrow, meeting him in Inverness, and going to do the NC 500 in our camper van, Nelly. And I cannot wait. Oh my gosh, I'm desperate to see a stag. I really, really want to see a stag. I just want to see some beautiful scenery and do all the hikes, get in all the waterfalls, and just get in to nature. And then the week after that, I am hosting my first retreat, my first solo retreat, I should say. I did one with the lovely Danny Wainwright earlier on this year, but this is my first solo retreat, the Rewilding, and I am taking the most glorious group of women to the most beautiful luxury estate in the Lake District, and we are going to have the most incredible time connecting with nature, unleashing our wild women selves, and just rewilding. So I cannot wait to see what comes out of that. So buckle up, it is going to be epic. But for now, I do have a conversation that I want to talk to you about today. And this is for you if you have been starting to look forward to 2024. And if you have been starting to look forward to 2024, I want you to stop and just watch this for a moment, or listen to this if you are listening later on the podcast. And I don't know about you, but I am starting to get bombarded with messages about 2024. Have you set your goals yet? What's your vision for 2024? Are you ready to hit the ground running in January? From everywhere. It's on my email. It's all the kind of advertising I'm getting on LinkedIn and Instagram and all those places. And I just want to halt it for a second. If you've been thinking, all right, well, I'll just chill. I'll just hibernate a little bit and see out the rest of 2023 quietly. I just want you to take a second and listen to this conversation today and think about whether that is right for you. And you always have the discernment, right? Haven't you, to go, actually, I'm done with this year. Bring on 2024. But there is still a lot of this year left to go. And in my opinion, 2023 is not over until the Fat Lady sings. We have got so much more time to do what we want to do. And today, I just want to share with you a 5-step plan, if that is you and you would really, really like to end this year on a total high, on a total high. There are 65 days left this year. 65 days. And these are my top 5 tips on how to make the most of them. If you are new to my world, my name is Claire Ackers. I am an authenticity coach, which is a made-up job title, but what it basically means is I help female leaders, female founders, female entrepreneurs, women in business stand in their power and authority and grow aligned and impactful companies. I am all about authentic self-mastery. And I will admit, I've been thinking, I could just do with a bit of hygge. Is that how you pronounce it? You know, the HYGGE. I just want to get cozy, break my socks out, get the knitwear out, and just get cozy and watch a few Christmas films, getting ready for 2024. But actually, no, there's a lot more to do this year, and I am up for it. I hope you are too. So let's dive into today's conversation. So top tip number 1 is to do the reverse gap exercise, the reverse gap exercise. Now, if you haven't heard about this is a great one for when you're feeling frustrated and like you haven't achieved anything that you want to, and you're just a bit overwhelmed by how big the mountain is that you've got left to climb. So, what you do with the reverse gap exercise is you take a massive piece of paper and you write down every single thing that you have achieved this year. And I mean everything. So, everything you've achieved in your business, everything you've achieved at work, everything you've achieved personally, even the stupid stuff like reorganizing your kitchen or booking a girls' holiday that you've been meaning to for ages or getting rid of the baby things, whatever it is, you write it down. And if you spend some time doing this properly, you will surprise yourself with how much you have achieved this year. And that feels good, right? It feels really, really good to look down at that stuff and think, oh my gosh, actually, I'm doing all right. I am doing all right. 2 secs. Sorry, need a sip of coffee. It's one of those mornings. And then when you've got this list, and this is really important, and so many people skip this step, you've got to celebrate. It's no use looking at the list and thinking, that was nice. Right, on to the next thing. You've got to take the time to bask in that wonderful, wonderful energy of achievement. For two reasons. One reason, it releases dopamine in your brain and makes you feel good and makes you want to do more of that stuff. And then the second reason is that it is providing a chain of evidence to support the fact that you can achieve things and you can change your situation and you can make progress. Hopefully that makes sense. Be grateful as well. Practice gratitude. Just be grateful for how far you've come. So that is tip number one. Tip number two is to revisit your vision for 2023. So hopefully, or likely at the start of this year, you sat down and you wrote out some goals. You may have had an intention, you may have had a word or a theme for the year, or you've been might have been mega organized and done something like this, an exercise like the Wheel of Life to categorize out and really, really map out and plan your goals, depending on how you're wired. But what I want you to do is look back and revisit that vision for 2023. And just be open to the questions. Is that vision still right for you, or have things changed? So often we go down this sunken cost fallacy, right, don't we? Of, well, this was my goal and I've got to stick to it, otherwise I'm flaky. No, it's fine. You can change your goals, you can change your vision, you can evolve it. And similarly, I would urge you to let go of the timeline. So often we beat ourselves up about how little we've achieved, or things aren't moving fast enough, or just getting really, really frustrated. And actually, if you let go of the timeline and just start taking the right action for you, you will be surprised at how quickly things happen. I'm sure you've heard that saying, people overestimate what they can do in a year, but they underestimate what they can do in 10 years. So just get going and let go of that timeline. So as well as revisiting that vision, and checking in that it's still right for you, you still desperately, desperately want to be heading in that direction. Just ask yourself the question and revisit, why is it important to you? Why is that your dream? Why is that your vision? Why do you want to achieve it? How are you going to feel when you achieve it? What's it going to mean to you when you achieve that thing? Just check in with your values. Is this vision still right for my values? And is this still right for my mission and what I want to achieve in my life? So, move on to tip number 3, which is to dream big again. Like that I said right at the top of this conversation, by this time of the year, by the end of October, so many of us are giving up on the year and thinking, right, line under it. I'm just going to relax into the Christmas parties. I'm just going to crack out the mulled wine. I'm just going to start watching It's a Wonderful Life and just open up the chocolates and just hibernate for the winter. Please don't do that. Dream big again. Like I said, there are 65 days left this year. To be really, really excited about what you could achieve by the 31st of December and just tune into that vision. What would you love to have achieved by the 31st of December? What would make you turn around and go, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I pulled that off? What's your 10 out of 10, your vision, your utopia, your complete pinch me, I can't believe this is my life? Start to reconnect with that feeling of, ooh, this feels good. That would mean a lot to me if I could do that. So that's tip number 3. Okay. And then tip number 4 is to tune in to your imposter. We all know that imposter. 82% of professionals struggle with imposter syndrome, that feeling of being a fraud, that feeling of being a phony, that feeling of, oh my gosh, can I really do this? Where do you have a little voice, a inner whisper, a devil on your shoulder, a silent saboteur whispering to you, whispering things like, you've left it too late, or it's the end of October now, there's no more time this year, you might as well give up, or you're not cut out for this, or you're a deluded fool, or you're too old, you're too young, you're too northern, whatever it is, whatever that voice is saying, get intimate and familiar with that little voice that is whispering in your ear. Notice where you are settling. Notice where you've let go of the dream and thought, well, it might just be surviving, but that'll do for me. Who am I to dream for more? Notice what you are tolerating. What you tolerate becomes your reality. Get really, really clear on where you are tolerating things. And if you remember nothing else from this conversation we're having today, I want you to remember this one. Ask yourself the question, what am I making this mean? People who've been in my world for a little while will be hyper familiar with this one, but what am I making this mean? What narrative, what story, what meaning am I attaching to this situation that I am in? What are you making this current situation mean? And then finally, number 5, we have take action. Today, right now. That is my challenge, my invitation, my gauntlet that I'm laying down to you. Take action today towards that vision for the 31st of December even. Think about this. If you take 3 teeny tiny baby steps today, and you take those 3 baby steps, different baby steps, but you do 3 things a day from now until the 31st of December, that is almost 200 positive actions. How could you fail to be successful with 200 positive actions? You are going to be surprised at how much you can achieve by the end of this year if you just commit to taking 3 baby steps towards your goals a day. Now, they say that success is 20% strategy and 80% mindset. And I believe this right down to my core. It is at the heart of everything I do, this idea that mindset is everything. This is what I do. Focusing on authentic self-mastery has been a game changer for me and for all the people I work with as well. I can say that hand on heart. And that is why step number 3, the inner voice, is so, so crucial. Listening in to that imposter and then being hyper aware of the limitations it is whispering in your ear. That is why I have decided to take positive action on my own and end 2023 on a high and offer a brand new, never seen before, free coaching series. This one is called the Imposter Epiphany, and I am really, really excited about sharing it. It is for senior leaders and entrepreneurs who want to release that inner voice, who want to release that imposter syndrome and want to finish 2023 on an absolute high and feeling invincible. I'm going to be coaching live for 30 minutes a day, Monday to Friday. And so it's Monday the 20th of November to Friday the 24th of November. And it is at absolutely zero cost to you. In the notes for this conversation, there is a link to check out the coaching series and to register. This is my invitation to you to go and do just that if you want to get rid of that imposter and have the epiphany that is going to help you end 2023 feeling invincible. All right, that's it from me. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you very soon.